Welcome to Charli Jane Speakers Radio. This is the show where we share speaking tips, tools, and resources to help you grow your public speaking business. Our goal at Charli Jane is to get you, the speaker, on the platform in front of thousands of people so that you can teach and motivate your audience, enriching and empowering them to lead fulfilling lives. And now, here's your host, Wendy McNeil.
Hi there, it's Wendy McNeil here with Charli Jane Speakers, coming to you again today with another podcast. Today's going to be a great podcast. I'm going to be talking about some tips for creating a awesome one sheet. But first, I do want to invite you over to our free Facebook group. It is a fantastic group full of speakers that are all willing to help each other out. And you can find us by going to speakingbizcommunity.com. speakingbizcommunity.com will get you over there, or you can go into Facebook groups and put in Grow Your Speaking Business and you will find us as well. And one more thing before I do get on with this podcast is July 22nd through the 27th, we do open our cart, the Charli Jane Speakers Cart, to new members. We are open for 6 days only. If you are at a place in your business that you are looking for speaking opportunities, this is the place to be. We've had our club open since 2005. We bring about, I believe it's 400 new speaking opportunities each month, along with the booked solid success path and an awesome community. So the doors open July 22nd through the 27th. You can join us by getting on the wait list, and we'll notify you when we open the doors. And I will go ahead and leave that link in the show notes. Or you can also just go to charlijane.com, charlijane.com, that's CharliJane.com. That will get you over there as well. So let's start with the podcast. This one's called 5 Tips for Creating a Killer One Sheet. In the speaking industry, there are so many ways that you can market your speaking services to potential clients. While most of your marketing collateral is going to be entirely online these days, there's one piece of the marketing puzzle that still works in both physical and digital format, and that is going to be your one sheet. If you haven't heard of a one sheet before, I'm going to recap really quick why you need one and how to ensure that you create a one sheet that's really going to, impress your prospects enough to book you on the spot, or at least draw you in, draw them in to where they want to learn more or go to your website or your social media platforms. What is a speaker one sheet? In case you are unfamiliar with the concept, a one sheet, sometimes it's referred to as a one pager or a speaker sheet, but it's a single page document, often double-sided, that explains who you are, what you speak about, and why the event planner should hire you. Okay? Think of it as kind of like a resume, that covers your speaking expertise. Its job is to sell you and your speaking skills to the event organizer before you even have the chance to speak to them in person. Okay? You kind of want to warm them up a little bit. Why should you create a one sheet? Why should you create a one sheet? I've been talking about this, 15, 20 years, almost 2 decades, on the importance of having a speaker one sheet. And side note, Charli Jane Speakers also does design speaker one sheets for 15 years. So if you need a one sheet, make sure you look us up. But I've been talking about this for a long, long time. Okay, and I've been working with meeting planners and speakers for a very long time. So I'm going to tell you why you need to create a speaker one sheet. Given the digital world we now live in, some speakers have argued that there's no longer a place for the good old one sheet. Wrong. Okay, but I just really couldn't disagree more about this. For me, it's the perfect blend between a business card and a resume. It tells your prospect everything they need to know about you on one piece of paper, or within a small PDF that you're sending them online. Now, an event planner looking for a speaker needs only to spend a few minutes glancing through your one sheet, and they're already going to know what they're going to get before they even pick up the phone to talk to you, all right? And they're also easy just to pass on. Both the physical and digital copies. Let's just say that you're sending a one sheet to an event organizer, right, who feels you aren't quite the right fit for the event. While they don't think you're suitable for the event, they'll have gathered enough information to know that you'd be perfect for several other events within the same industry. Okay? All it takes is a quick email, to a few of their contacts with the one sheet attached, and suddenly you could be looking at, several different bookings at once. What should your one sheet include? Okay, like I said, we've been designing speaker one sheets for 15 years. We've been working with meeting planners and speakers for almost 20 years. So I am going to tell you 5 tips that I feel is going to ensure that you create a document with the highest chance of success. Okay, number 1, I want you to showcase who you are. All right, showcase who you are, including credentials and your skills. The point of a one sheet is to let your target clients know who you are. Okay, I want you to inform them of your specific skills and direct them to any relevant, credentials that you have that give you the authority to speak on your chosen subject. Start by showing them at least, a couple photos of yourself, one professional portrait and then a shot of you in action, right? This is an awesome combination. And on a side note, please be smiling. Smile, okay? Now, action shots of you, in full flow are very compelling as they kind of help the clients picture you, at their upcoming event. So 2 photos. Next, run your target clients through your credentials. Okay, so higher education qualifications, speaking certifications, and awards won within your industry are an excellent place to start. All the while, you should keep in the back of your mind, you're trying to answer the question, what qualifies me to speak at this event, or to their attendees? Maybe list some of your most notable speaking appearances, including those on TV, or other events. Remember, you are the best qualified at what you do. So make sure you show that, make sure you show them that this is the case, okay? Number 2, I want you to define your target audience. I talk about this all the time. No event planner should read a one sheet and be confused about which audiences you are best suited to speak in front of, right? For instance, do you work in corporate, educational settings? Do you only speak to female audiences? These are elements you have to cover within your one sheet, okay? So make it clear during each section who your target audience is and supply proof, all right? Whether that's awards or testimonials that you are the best at what you do, okay? I want you to give an example. You don't want to, receive an inquiry for speaking about body language in a corporate setting when your niche focuses on, let's say, empowering female colleagues in traditionally male-dominated industries. Well, the 2 subjects are related, but they are not the same, okay? You are the best in the world at one of them, and you could do an average job at the other. Average performances don't attract repeat bookings. Let me repeat that again. Average performances do not attract repeat bookings. So your one sheet needs to precisely detail the audience you best serve. Number 3, I want you to demonstrate how your clients are going to benefit from hiring you, okay? Once you've qualified yourself as a person to educate an event planner's given audience, it's time to convey what makes you so unique that they should pick you over similar speakers within your chosen sector. In other words, how can you help the target audience, right? How can you help them? What's in it for them, okay? For instance, will your talk on productivity likely result in an increase in workplace output and higher revenues? Can you provide figures that prove that this is the case? Or maybe could you offer value in a different way, such as giving a training workshop or an ongoing consultancy after your speech for free? Maybe. What about bringing your book and giving it away, for free to the audience members or working something out with the planner. That's the type of gesture that the event organizer can even, weave, like I say, into their marketing, for their event. A quick bulleted list of the main benefits should be fine. Really, it should. Since you've only got so much room to work with, but leave your reader in no doubt about what they should hire you, or why they should hire you, okay? Use bullet points. Very important. Number 4, I want you to include testimonials from noteworthy clients. While you can talk until you're blue in the face, right? How good you are, and, seasoned prospects will always take what you say with a pinch of salt. So the best way to win them over is to let other influential industry figures do the talking for you. All right. A powerful testimonial from, a notable client is worth its weight in gold. Again, I have been speaking about this for many, many, many years. It's the same reason we all check the reviews, right, of any product or service before buying. I mean, I do. I'm searching something on Google, but maybe even Amazon. I'm checking out the reviews, Airbnb, stuff like that. We want to check the social proof and ensure that what we are about to purchase is legitimate. So pick a blend of your most enthusiastic clients and those with the most weight in your industry. Then use these quotes from each to give, those reading your speaker one sheet the proof that they need to gauge whether you are the real deal or not, okay? And on a side note with this one, I do want to say to keep them short, okay? Remember, this is a one sheet. I don't want 10 testimonials on there. I want 2 to 3, and I want them to be short and just really tight, strong testimonials, okay? You don't have a lot of space, and so we're only doing a few testimonials, not paragraph long testimonials, okay? So, this is one of the reasons why speaking for free in the early stages of your career can be so powerful, all right? And again, I sound like a broken record, but I talk about that as well. When you need to get testimonials, go speak for free. Okay, you need testimonials. Number 5, include your contact information. Very important, and I want you to include as much as you possibly can here, okay? As someone who, designs one sheets professionally for speakers, 15 years, you would be amazed by the number of first attempts I see from speakers that don't include a section detailing their best, I say best, contact information. Okay? Let me be clear. This is the most important element you can add to your one sheet. Okay? If someone is not, someone is nothing but impressed by your one sheet and they don't know the best way to contact you, then you might as well not have even sent the one sheet in the first place, right? Many speakers wrongly assume that because they have emailed a one sheet out, the recipient knows how to contact them. But what if the email isn't your best sales channel? What if you need to get on a call with your clients to get them over the line? Placing your cell number in bold with a solid call to action will most likely result in securing more speaking gigs, okay? And what happens when the scenario I described above plays out, whereby they forward your one sheet to other industry contacts? They aren't even going to know what your email address is. And a Google search may only throw up so much information, especially if you're just starting out, right? So when designing your one sheet, make sure you display that information on your one sheet in a location that the reader can't miss it. Your one sheet is your most effective calling card. Give it the respect it deserves, all right? A one sheet is an essential tool in the marketing belt of any speaker, so you must give it the attention it deserves. And not only is it a brilliant way to introduce yourself to new prospects, but it can do the bulk of the heavy lifting for you, all right, when trying to secure paid speaking gigs. If you use these tips that I've talked about to create the perfect one sheet, then you're going to likely see just how much more traction you can get with your emails and your face-to-face pitches, right? Remember, if you're not blessed with design skills, you can enlist Charli Jane Speakers to help you out with that, okay? Again, we've been doing it for 15 years, and we are happy to help with your speaker one sheet. Now, you can find the information about that over at charlijane.com, CharliJane.com, okay? That is it for today, and I have to invite you, remember, over to our free Facebook group. It is called Grow Your Speaking Biz. It's a group of full. I mean, full. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. It's a group full of passionate, talented speakers who, we exchange ideas, tips, strategies that really help drive everyone involved close to getting to your business goals and helping you grow your speaking business. Okay, it's an awesome group. Grow Your Speaking Biz over on Facebook group. You can go to speakingbizcommunity.com. We'll get you there as well. And again, do not forget the Charli Jane Speakers Club opens July 22nd through the 27th for new members. We only open a couple times a year. If you want to get on the wait list at charlijane.com, you can do that and we'll notify you when we open the doors. That is to the Charli Jane Speakers Club, and we look forward to welcoming all new members. It's going to be awesome to have you in the club. And yeah, that's it. If you have a few minutes, I would love a review if you feel like this podcast was helpful to you. Or go ahead and share it with your friends and colleagues, right? Okay, that is it for this podcast. Thanks for listening in.